big warm Montclair welcome to Congresswoman-Elect Mikie Sherrill. This is your first time through this. All right. Awesome. Okay, so why a menorah? Why are we doing this tonight? Hanukkah represents a lot of things. There was a military victory. There was of course, the oil burning for 8 days. But we specifically single out the menorah. And not just that, but we know the menorah has become a universal symbol of unity, of light. And look how we all come around together. We put aside everything. We come around to celebrate Hanukkah, and that's the way it should be. So have you ever wondered why that's the case? Why the menorah has become such a universal symbol of warmth, of unity? And that is, I want to share with you a beautiful story. Short story, it's going to illustrate this. It was the 8th night of Hanukkah in Kiel, Germany, a small town with a Jewish population of about 500. The year was 1931. It was the last night, the 8th night of Hanukkah. It was a Friday evening, and Rabbi Akiva Posner, he was the chief rabbi of that town, he was hurrying home to light the menorah in his house. His home stood directly across the Nazi headquarters in Kiel, displaying the dreaded Nazi flag in that cold December evening. With the 8 lights of the menorah glowing brightly in her window, Rabbi Posner's wife, Rachel, snapped a photo of the menorah right before Shabbat and captured the Nazi building and flag in the background. I saw the picture, and it's absolutely eerie. You have the menorah, and you've got that dreaded flag there. And it's kind of like a face-off. So this is remarkable. Mrs. Posner wrote on the back of this photo in German, she wrote a line. She wrote, Hanukkah 1931, quote, Judea dies, thus says the banner. Judea will live forever, thus respond the Hanukkah lights. If you lived at that time in Kiel, Germany, or anywhere in the world, where would you have thought, what would have been a more powerful of a symbol? 1 year later, Hitler rose, became Chancellor of Germany, and led the torchlight procession down Brandenburg Gate. And that was 1933. So now let's go back to this picture. Hanukkah 1931. A wise Jewish woman writes, Rabbi Posner writes on the photo, Judea dies, thus says the banner. Judea will live forever, thus respond the Hanukkah lights. So I want to ask you guys, what triumphed? What triumphed? The Hanukkah lights? That's right, as they will always triumph. Throughout millennia, we've been confronted with darkness, and every time it seemed like we did not stand a chance, like it would swallow us whole. Yet we have survived all those attempts. And the strength, the hope, and endurance that we get to go on and to continue doing good deeds and spreading more light into the world, that comes from the menorah. And the message of the menorah is light and goodness will always prevail over darkness and hate. When we're confronted with darkness, it's important to never run away, never shy away. Use your opportunity that you have. Use your inner menorah to go out and confront that darkness and illuminate the world. And when we do that, when we find our inner menorah and we go out and we face the darkness, we see that the darkness was never even there to begin with. It dissipates like it was never there, because darkness disappears. With light, there's an absence of darkness. So like I said, each one of us, the lesson is we got to take our inner menorah this Hanukkah, and we got to kindle our inner menorah, kindle our spirit, kindle our souls, and go and in turn kindle our family members, our communities, our neighborhood, and create a loving place where all people are welcome, all people are accepted. What a great crowd tonight. I want to give yourselves a round of applause. Again, totally honored to have here our Congresswoman-Elect Mikie Sherrill. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. This means a lot to us. This is a beautiful celebration of unity and light. And look, it stopped raining for us. Mikie, I know it's not easy climbing that ladder, but I heard you were a Navy helicopter pilot. And so I thought this is small potatoes for you. Tonight you're going to be lighting the shamash. The shamash is a tall center candle. The shamash is like a dedicated public servant. Its sole purpose is to serve as a helper candle. As you notice, the shamash is slightly elevated from the other candles, the other branches. So we bless you that you should stand tall in Washington and be a beacon of light like the shamash candle, always leading the way, and to be a strong advocate for Israel, our holy land, which is the only democracy in the Middle East. Thank you. And I want to introduce our mayor. Mayor, where are you? He lit the shamash the last 4 years. Mr. Mayor. Mayor Jackson lit the shamash 4 years in a row. This guy can put on his resume. He's an expert shamash lighter. I want to thank our incredible council members for coming out tonight. Robin Schlager, Sean Spiller. We have is Renee Baskerville here. Well, Renee comes here every year, so I want to thank Renee. Who else? And we have Councilor at Large Robert. Bob, where are you? There he is. He's got the pin. Holding the ladder. Okay. I want to thank all our supporters for making this possible. Dick Grabowski, where are you, Dick? Dick said he would be here. There he is. Dick, thank you so much. The space is incredible. Dick makes this possible every year. I want to thank Danny and Rachel Greusser, Dr. Danny Greusser, for being a stalwart supporter of Chabad Montclair. Danny and Rachel, Travis and Susanna Weiss, and of course a huge thank you to the Montclair Bid for making this possible. Dylan Blackwell, I don't know if you're here tonight, but Dylan puts up the menorah every year. And of course our new bid member, Jennifer Brown and Joanne Smalls. So thank you everyone, and I think we're ready to light the shamash. All right? Yes. Okay, are we ready to light the menorah, guys?
You can do it!
What an awesome job, let's hear it! That's right. Alright, and are we ready to light the menorah, guys? Okay, I want to ask a very dear friend and a former council member of Montclair, Rich and Murnick, to come light the menorah.
Oh, that's
Mendel, Limbarger Yamaka. Mendel, Limbarger Yamaka. Rich, hold on, let me give you keep up.
Oh, well, you don't need it.
One more, you might want to go up one more. Got it? All right. It is lit. A round of applause for Rich. Rich, great job. Congresswoman, this over here is a menorah, and I wanted to present this to you. You can bring it with you for your new office. Like we spoke about the menorah, everything it represents, that light, being that beacon of hope in darkness, and so I wanted to present this to you as a gift and take it with you, and always be a reminder of our capabilities to spread light and to be a menorah and to share our light with others. So thank you so much for joining us. The menorah is from the Judaica store in West Orange that Bob is sending.
You got it? Okay, because I missed it. Oh, that's great. Can you send that to me?
No, we're not.
And then you have to forward to all your people, okay? Because, yeah, I'm going to forward it.
We're going to hear from the, just a couple words from the Congresswoman-Elect. So if we can have your attention, please.
Thank you so much, Rabbi. Thank you, Chabad. I really appreciate it. You know, it's so wonderful. We know Hanukkah means rededication. And I hope that as we light these lights and bring more light into our lives, we can rededicate ourselves into bringing more light into our community with more compassion, more thoughtfulness, and continue that throughout the year. So thank you so much for having me be a part of this. And I look forward to lighting this and then putting it in my new office in Washington. Thank you all.
If I could just call up one last person for a minute. As you know, we're not long after the tragedy in Pittsburgh. And I know this is a Hanukkah celebration, but when we come together, something special happens. When community comes together, they say the total is greater than the sum of the parts, and we have a special power to really inspire one another and to be together. So I wanted to call a friend, Aaron Tversky, actually designed these pins, which are lapel pins that memorialize the Pittsburgh tragedy, and we only have 50, so first come, first serve tonight, but he's going to speak very quickly, just let us know what this is about, and of course, this gathering should serve as an inspiration to all of us to continue, not to cower, to continue being proud of who we are and be able to celebrate our religion. Happy Hanukkah, everyone! Happy Hanukkah, everyone! Wow, this is amazing. As the rabbi said, I think he already said it. And we are just on the heels of tragedy in Pittsburgh and other tragedies around our country, which has only come out of hatred. And today, we are all here out of love, and love will overcome. We are unfortunately in all-time hatred, an all-time high of hate crimes. Yeah. And unfortunately, many of those hate crimes are anti-Semitic. What I decided to do is to take the logo of the 8th Chaim of the Tree of Life Shul Synagogue in Pittsburgh. Did not design the logo, I just recreated it. Put it on a lapel pin for a beacon of hope. Because as Jews, when times of sorrow, we restart, we begin again. We are the Tree of Life. The rabbi has 50. I ask you to, if you want to become that inner menorah, and that light, that miraculous light of Hanukkah, please grab a pin, wear it proud, wear it as a symbol of awareness. Wear it because you're sad, wear it because you're happy, wear it because you don't want any more hate crimes. Wear it as a symbol of hope. I wish everybody a happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Thank you so much, guys. We have a tradition here every year after the lighting. We do a little dance.